Hi guys, Sussex EDC here. I recently listened to an episode of the Art of Manliness podcast where the host, Brett McKay, talks to a former Green Beret about survival and preparedness. One thing that came up was his EDC recommendations, and I thought I'd share them here. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. That really helps the channel grow, and I'm grateful for all of your support, and I've really enjoyed chatting to you all in the comments, so feel free to leave a comment below. So in episode number 902 on the 7th of June 2023, Brett talks to Mike Glover about his latest book, Prepared, which I'll put a link below. In this podcast, Mike talks about gaining knowledge about survival skills and preparedness in general. And a key philosophy, which he learnt from his time in the forces, is to plan for a bad situation rather than the good ones, so you cover as many angles as possible. This links into the EDC philosophy about always being ready and prepared for different and difficult scenarios. The soft skills that he mentions and suggests that you have covered are health, which includes your wellness and general fitness, so that you're ready and healthy for catastrophic or survival scenarios. This also covers daily emergencies like broken down cars. Providing security, which in America most generally means access and ability to use a firearm safely. And then knowledge of survival skills like fire starting and first aid. Mike then mentioned building a bug-out bag and utilising space in your car, or rather utilising unused space in your car, so spaces behind the seats and in the boot, before sharing his recommendations for EDC options. So here are the items he thinks that you need to cover. So like I mentioned initially, one of the things he mentions is a pistol. So this is not an option in the UK, but it's something that American viewers can bear in mind. Mike had a specific suggestion, but as I'm not knowledgeable about firearms, I won't share this here, as I'm sure everyone will have their own take on that. And actually, I'll be quite interested to see, what you guys comment below about what kind of things you would suggest. So the next thing he suggests is a light source. So here you can see I've got my Olight i3T, and he just says, to have a light source of some kind is invaluable in a majority of EDC and survival and emergency situations. So I carry this one because it's light and easy to carry. I've shown this before. I've also got this lumen top, PK25. As you can see, this is a larger option. Both options use batteries rather than USB. I think batteries are probably easier to carry, and they're also easier to find in an emergency situation. So that's some light solutions for you there. He then talks about a fire source. So here you can just see a Zippo lighter. It's just a really simple lighter. Another option you can carry is a ferro rod, fire steel, something like that. That's another way to start a fire. The good old-fashioned matches, that's also another option. But the ability to provide warmth and sterilise water in an emergency situation is invaluable. Luckily, fire also has other uses, like sealing paracord after cutting and things like that. But fire is a really good resource. You've then got a first aid kit. So I've covered this previously. In fact, I think I showed this little first aid kit, which is more for cuts, in a previous video. And you've got this one here that's got more things for like breaks and sprains. So I've got different first aid kits for different uses. But it's important to have it well stocked and replenished. It's essential. But just as important is the knowledge in knowing how to use the items inside. It's all well and good having some nice little kits that are easy to carry, but if you don't know how to use what's inside, then they're useless. So yeah, first aid kits he suggests, as well as the knowledge to use it. And lastly, you have a knife of some kind. So this can be carried in your pocket or in a pouch or bag. But a cutting tool is useful in so many scenarios, just on a day-to-day basis. I couldn't even begin to list them all here. So you've got options like a multi-tool, like the Swiss Army knife, or you've got just a very simple blade like this CJRB Pyrite. It's got a wide range of uses. But yeah, a tool such as a knife is invaluable. So these are the EDC items a Green Beret thinks are essential, as well as the knowledge how to use them. I mean, that he really did reiterate that you've got to have the knowledge how to use these things and how to use them safely as well. And also those other soft skills that you need to survive and be prepared. The health, wellness, your fitness, providing security, and the knowledge of all of these things. So I will link Mike Glover's YouTube channel and website below, as well as the Art of Manliness website. And if this interests you, check out Mike's book, Prepared. I'm not sponsored by him or anything, or by the Art of Manliness. I just found it really interesting, and I thought it'd be an interesting take on EDC to share with you guys. I think some people may think from a Green Beret, the EDC things they would suggest would be maybe more tactical, or maybe a lot more than this. But it's quite simple, you know. It's pistol for security, a light source, a fire source, first aid kit, and a knife. And if you have these things covered, you should be good to go in the majority of situations. So yeah, I hope you found that useful. I hope you found it interesting. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thanks a lot, guys.